Welcome to a very special series of Caravan of Garbage, Star Wars themed. A trilogy of wondrous tales where we look into the past and uncover some garbage or something pretty good. A hidden gem perhaps, Mason.
Nah, probably not though.
This time though, maybe. Because have you ever heard of Star Wars Infinities?
No.
Let me tell you about it. It's a trilogy of comics from a few years back where they take the original saga of Star Wars and they change one element of it, so it's like a diverging timeline. Imagine the events of Star Wars, Mason. So like, you know, the big ship chases the small ship at the start.
Oh, yes.
Death Star plans get stolen. An old man mentors a young man whose father he maimed and left in a fiery pit.
I love it.
All those kinds of things. And everything goes exactly the same as per usual, except at the point at the Death Star trench run.
Oh.
So Luke fires the proton torpedoes. They go in, they go to fly off, and everyone's like, yeah, we bloody did it. And there's the big dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 and then the Death Star doesn't explode.
Followed immediately by wah, 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 wah.
As they're narrowly escaping all the TIE fighters, Tarkin's like, just fire on that bloody rebel base, destroy that planet.
Oh yeah,
and
like we can still do.
Yeah,
everything's operational.
That's right. But the guy's like, but sir, we're not at full capacity or whatever. It's going to take a few minutes to kind of gear up. And he's like, nah, it's fine. So they fire into the planet. They don't destroy the whole planet, but they like tear up the base, giving the rebels a chance to escape.
Ooh.
And as they're escaping, they blow up the planet for real. They capture all of the Rebel Alliance, including Princess Leia.
Probably shouldn't have kept them all on the same planet.
Nah, probably not. Luke and Han are like, let's get out of here. Well, it's more Han.
Sure.
And Luke's like, yeah, I guess so. It turns out that Luke, it's not his fault because he didn't miss. The torpedo malfunctioned in the tube, in the exhaust port, in the chimney. I think it's a chimney.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, chimney. It's pronounced chimney.
Sorry, yeah. They rendezvous on the Millennium Falcon, and Han's like, "Geez, bloody hell, that was rough. We gave it a shot. Hey, do you want to run away together forever? Because we have to now." Mm-hmm. And Luke's like, "How dare you? You're supposed to be a hero, you son of a bitch!" And he pulls a lightsaber on Han, right? And Ben Kenobi's ghost steps in, and he's like, "Whoa, come on."
No, do the voice.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Come on.
cool it, guys. Take a chill pill.
He goes, listen, you need to go get bloody trained by Yoda because you're out of control, mate. You need to get yourself in check. And as he's telling him this, you see Han Solo like holster his blaster. Like he was going to shoot Luke. I love it.
Or Kenobi.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't think he can see him. So Han takes Luke to Dagobah and they run into Yoda and Yoda does his thing where he's like, oh, I've only got my voice.
Yeah, right.
Come into my hut and...
Once you're locked in, it's hard to get out of the one voice.
That's the way it goes. And he's like, come and eat food with me and whatever, and I'll take you to Yoda eventually. And Luke's like, oh, this is frustrating. And Han's like, yeah, this is a con. So like he sees right through it immediately. He's like this weird little Muppet man. That's Yoda. And Yoda's kind of like, yeah, I had a whole thing going. Vader then takes Leia to the Emperor. I'm presuming the rest of the Rebel Alliance are killed. So they take him to the Emperor, and the Emperor's like, I've never had a pet. Why don't you bloody stay with us or whatever forever? She's like, you're a prick. And he's like, yeah. But so Vader gives 3PO back to her, and she's kind of like, oh, that's nice. And gives her Kenobi's lightsaber because remember from he left it on the Death Star when he cut him. Cut him into.
He didn't leave it on the Death Star technically.
Well, it was his choice.
Was it?
You can't take it with you when you die, Mason.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So any murder weapons you have, use them while you can.
That's right.
Because when you're gone, who are you going to murder? Nobody.
So she uses that opportunity to kind of take a swing at Vader and kind of like showdown. He kind of like bats her away, but he's like, she's pretty bloody strong in the Force, Maybe we could rule the galaxy together or whatever. He just plants the seed and he's like, I'm just going to leave that there. I'll come back. But you just give that some thought, yeah? Meanwhile, Luke's doing flips and shit in Dagobah, in the swamp or whatever. And Han's like, this is boring. So
he's got nothing to do.
No, he doesn't.
He's got nobody to run about in a backpack.
He certainly does.
What if Luke is wearing the backpack and Yoda and Han are both in the backpack? He can become a more powerful Jedi than ever before.
I'd imagine so. That's some unconventional training. I think it would pay off. So Han's like, I'm leaving. I hate this. This place sucks. Luke's like, I'll come with you because there's things that I feel like, I want to do or whatever.
Wait, did Luke have to pull the Millennium Falcon out of the swamp?
No, because Han's a good pilot.
See, that's missing an essential element of the test.
I'm sure it was originally in there, but you see other elements of the test as we Ben Kenobi and Yoda convinced Luke not to go, which is the opposite of what happens in bloody the Empire.
The real one.
The real one. The one that counts. Yeah, and then Luke does the cave trial. So he goes in there. Same thing. Yoda's like, don't take your weapons. And Luke's like, I will. And he does. And Vader appears and they have that bloody showdown. And he decapitates him as he did last time. But when the mask explodes...
Yes.
It's not Luke Skywalker's face, it's Princess Leia's face. Smash cut Mason.
Whoa, or Star Wipe.
Star Wipe, sure. 5 years later.
Ooh.
The Imperials are celebrating 5 years apiece.
Oh, imagine an Imperial office party. Because you don't want to be at an office party anyway.
It would be the greyest cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But and also, if you don't find the right level of enjoying yourself, you're probably going to get forced choked.
Yeah,
or
probably.
Thrown into like a trash compactor or something.
Yeah. So, Leia's now an Imperial figurehead. So she's giving a speech how she's like, I used to bloody be in the rebellion. They're all probably dead, but now I'm with the Empire, and that's great. We're all great, aren't we? And everyone's like, yeah, yep.
Yeah, we're great.
Back on Dagobah, Luke looks great. He's wearing his Return of the Jedi robes, you know, the black ones.
Where'd he get them?
Exactly.
Right.
So he goes back into the cave again. He gets another shot, and he wins this time. Vader does appear, and he has a freak out kind of vision, and he sees like the Emperor and Leia and whatever could be in the future or whatever. But then Vader disappears for whatever reason, and then he turns around and Han Solo's there, and he's like, "I'm bloody back. It's been 5 years. How you doing?" And he picks up a snake, and he's like, "I'm not afraid of snakes," because he's different than Indiana Jones. They're different characters. They're exactly the same character.
They're exactly the same character in a way. Wait, what was he doing in the last 5 years?
Oh, he was just kind of flittering about, he's still on the run from Jabba the Hutt and whatever.
Why is he back?
Oh, that's right, because he sees Leia on the television and he's like, that's bad news. Huh. Han's like, listen, Luke, you probably want to do something stupid. Why don't we bloody go and do something stupid together and...
Let's run away together and get married.
Yeah, exactly. Before he goes, Yoda's like, heads up, Darth Vader's your father. And Princess Leia's your sister. And Luke's like, wow, that's a lot of knowledge that you've dropped on me, but I appreciate you telling me now, as opposed to me finding this out hanging from a weird rickety bridge.
Missing an arm.
Missing an arm, exactly. So Han's like, look, Luke, whatever dumb thing you want to do, let's bloody go. Let's hit the road. And Yoda's like, hey man, I haven't seen
Thank you.
I haven't seen Coruscant in many parsecs, presumably.
Tons of parsecs.
So many. And he's like, I'm going to come along too. And they're like, oh, all right. So back on Coruscant, the celebrations continue. They eclipse the sun with the Death Star. I guess as a show of, like, all is well, citizens. This is an apt and positive metaphor for...
We're going to darken your whole planet to show...
the non-threatening nature of your governmental system. So then Vader turns to the Emperor and he's like, listen, I think something bad's going to happen. And the Emperor's like, shut up. But he was right. Yep. Something really bad is going to happen. So they land the Falcon in the Death Star hangar bay, and Yoda gets out and he walks down to the gantry.
Wait, how did they get in the bloody...
They just fly in, because you can. He just fly in. They would have tractor beamed them in. They've done it before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And Yoda mind tricks a stormtrooper and he's like, hey, why don't you take me to bloody Tarkin, all right? That'd be pretty good. So they go down to the surface of Coruscant and they march into the throne room or the entrance, the hallway. And you know those red guards? Remember those red guards?
I remember the red guards,
from Return of the Jedi?
Yeah,
they turn up, but they've all got double-sided lightsabers. So Han and Luke have a bit of a fight. And by a bit of a fight, I mean Luke hurls a double-sided lightsaber and cuts two of those guys in half at the same time. And then Han stabs a guy in the back. So it's pretty brutal. And then they go into the Emperor's throne room and Luke and Leia fight because she's like, I'm all about the dark side or whatever.
Is she wearing the Darth Vader suit?
No, she's just wearing like a blackish
Then that
outfit.
prophecy's dumb, isn't it?
They fight for a bit and then Luke drops the knowledge on her at the right time.
Sure.
And they stop fighting.
Sorry, we kissed that time.
And that didn't happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
But then he's like, should we kiss now? So they turn to the Emperor and they're like, you can't stop us, we're Jedis, just like our father. And he's like, I bloody can. And he electrocutes them. You know how he does that.
Yeah.
And that, as he's doing that, of course, Vader steps in and grabs the Emperor and there's a bit of a scuffle.
There's a tussle, sure.
But it's mostly just Vader getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
And then Vader's down on his knees. He's like, oh, that did not go well. And Luke and Leia and Han have left. And then you see Yoda pop up on the screen. And he's like, hello, Emperor, it's me, Yoda. You remember me? We had that weird fight in the Senate. We were throwing things at each other. And you tipped over in that chair and I saw your butt. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
That was pretty good. And the Emperor's like, why don't you bloody come down here and bloody face me, eh? Talk a big game. And Yoda's like, oh, yeah, I will. I will come down. I'll be seeing you real soon, right? So what Yoda does, he takes the entirety of the Death Star that he's driving and smashes it into the Emperor and presumably Vader and literally millions of Imperial citizens who are just minding their own business and ends the war, sacrificing himself in the greatest way imaginable, as opposed to just fading away.
And
in
a
the
lot
bed.
of innocent people. He sacrificed a lot of innocent
Yeah,
people.
he certainly did. And then Luke's like, what a bloody legend. He was good, wasn't he? And then it's the end. They have a ceremony, as you're wanting to do on such an occasion.
So, what I feel we've learned from this is...
Yes.
If Yoda got his ass into gear earlier on, he probably could have saved everyone with no intervention from any of the other characters.
Yeah, it seems that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge, mate? It's a time of war. You do things that you don't necessarily want to do. Though if you look at the comic, he's smiling. He's well in it.
That's right, yeah.
Would you like me to get this underway?
If you could.
Like I said, Empire Strikes Back. It starts the same way the film does. The rebels are hiding on Hoth.
Bit chilly.
Luke's in the snow. He's like, I think I see a probe droid or whatever. And then in the process of him looking at the probe droid, the Wampa attacks him, and then he's dragged off into the cave, right? So the same thing. He's hung upside down. He escapes. He runs into the snow. Han's like, I gotta go find Luke. And then by the time he gets to Luke dies in his arms.
Oh, wow.
So
wait, of what? Just general wounding?
Yeah, he ended up being, from whatever happened, he's like 5 minutes late and Luke dies.
Okay.
Now, before he dies, though, he has the vision from Obi-Wan who says, like, go to Dagobah. Go to Dagobah.
Luke, you're in a lot of trouble here, but take off all your clothes.
But before he dies, he says to Han, go to Dagobah system, train as a Jedi with Yoda. And Han takes that as, oh, I'll be a Jedi. So that's how he interprets that.
Well, you always maintain that Han Solo is Force sensitive, right?
Yeah, there's a few little things that hint towards that, like the way he can fly. There's a bit.
The way he can fly?
Yeah.
That's a big clue.
That's a big clue. So anyway, they go to Cloud City as they normally do, and they're followed by Boba Fett. The difference being here, they get there before the Empire. So
because without the dead weight of Luke Skywalker.
Without the dead weight of Luke.
Well, they never had the dead weight of Luke Skywalker.
No, but they went through to the asteroid field, and there was a few steps before they went there.
Right,
and
okay.
I don't know the specifics of it. I can't remember. They get there first, and Lando's like, "Yeah, I'll help you out, sure." And then he hears, "Oh, there's Boba Fett's ship's coming in." So Lando walks in the room, and Boba Fett's just sitting there in his New Zealand glory, helmet off.
Oh, helmet off.
Helmet off.
Hello.
This was after Attack of the Clones.
Right, so they were like, we're going to show this off.
We're doing helmet off.
Yeah, we're doing helmet off.
Yeah. They kind of get the jump on him, and he pulls a gun on Lando, and Han Solo kind of adds a bit of a tussle, and then Chewbacca just picks him up and throws him into the wall like he's nothing. It looks like he's dead. He's not.
Wow.
He's just knocked out.
Boba Fett's muddled his way through yet again.
To being knocked out.
Yeah. When you say Boba Fett draws his gun, he draws his gun and immediately flies out of his grip.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I shouldn't have eaten these chicken wings. My hands are so slippery.
So then the Han and Chewie and Leia and that, they leave. They're like, thanks for the hyperdrive. See you later. Darth Vader calls Lando and he's like, hey, where's Boba Fett? What's going on? And Lando's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. He's nowhere. And you see him leaning on his cool new desk. You look under the desk. It's Boba Fett frozen in carbonite.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Helmet on. And then Darth Vader shoots Cloud City out of the sky and Lando dies. Well, I think he dies because his cape, you just see his cape kind of fluttering away.
Then later you see Darth Vader, he's on the phone with the Emperor and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then it pans down and Lando's in carbonite.
So anyway, they arrive at Dagobah. Han goes up to Yoda, and Yoda's like, "Hi, I'm Yoda." There's no pretense.
All right, okay.
He plays no games.
Good.
Because I think he knows that Luke's dead. He's like, "We're gonna get things into gear here."
Yeah.
He was one of the hopes of the galaxy, and he died in the snow. The fucking idiot. So Han goes, "I'm ready to train," and Yoda's like, "No, you suck. Leia's training. Beat it." And Han Solo's like, "Oh, come on, man." He's like, "You're good at nothing. You're a smuggler. I don't want you."
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty harsh.
Is that some sort of elaborate double bluff so he wants to train harder?
No. So Leia decides to start.
Is it an elaborate double bluff because he wants Chewbacca to defend him, but then it's revealed that Chewbacca has Force powers?
No, none of that. There's no pretense.
Oh.
He just straight up tells him.
Does C-3PO have the Force?
No. Nobody except Leia and Luke's corpse has the Force.
Oh, it's a shame.
And Darth Vader and the Emperor, but that's hardly relevant at this point. So anyway, Han goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go pay my debt with Jabba the Hutt. Yoda immediately sits down with Princess Leia and goes, listen, the reason you can do this is because you're Luke Skywalker's sister. Also, Darth Vader's your father. You're going to train as a Jedi.
You haven't done anything inappropriate with Luke at any point, have you?
Well, no, because he died before that happened.
There's no time for this, in my opinion. There's never been any time for this riddling around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Stop playing games, Yoda.
Yeah, it's now canonical.
You senile old bitch.
It's now canonical that senile old bitch you're talking about in a Star Wars story. He never wanted to train Luke. He always wanted to train Leia. And when Obi-Wan brings him Luke, he has a conversation with Obi-Wan's ghost where he's like, "This guy sucks. I wanted the other one." And so Obi-Wan's like, "This is what you get."
That's canonical now.
That's canonical.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, Han goes to Tatooine. He gets captured. He goes straight to Jabba the Hutt and he's like, "Listen, you don't need to capture me. I'm here to pay the debt." Jabba's like, "You're an idiot. You're captured. I don't want your money.
I want your love." Like the song, you know.
Yeah. Put on this skimpy outfit.
Yep.
Dance. But no, he puts him in the Rancor pit. He doesn't have the Rancor yet. He's got 2 of those rat monsters from Attack of the Clones. Remember the arena?
Oh, yeah.
The, like, face
the
and
takeaway
rat
from
tails.
this for me is that the Rancor is a recent addition.
Yes.
Did he always have the Rancor Keeper? Did the Rancor come with the Rancor Keeper?
Yeah, they're a package deal.
Oh.
He didn't want the Rancor Keeper because he smells weird and he never wears a shirt.
That's true, yeah.
Han and Chewie escape, but they leave C-3PO behind.
Good.
As the translator by accident, I guess, because Han doesn't care about
By
droids.
accident.
Yeah, by accident. I forgot to mention this. There's a moment that cuts to Vader and he's going planet to planet looking for Luke. And one of the officers like,
"Hey, is Luke here?"
Yeah,
no, all right.
And one of the officers is like, "All our intel points towards that he's dead." And Vader's like, "You take that back, you son of a bitch. He's not dead. I can sense somebody in the galaxy. It's not bloody true. Shut your trap." He's dead, obviously.
He's dead, yeah.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
He goes to Jabba the Hutt. He's like, "What happened to Han Solo?" He's like, "Yeah, he fucked off." And he goes, "That droid, give me that droid. Because that's my droid." So he takes C-3PO into his ship and he's like...
Because they were high on prequels.
You better
prequel
believe
power,
they
and
were.
they're like,
Exactly.
Anakin, remember Anakin?
He sits 3PO down and he's like, "Listen, just FYI between you and me, I built you. Where are all your friends?" And he pulls him apart and he gets the information out of him. So he's on his way to Dagobah. Meanwhile, Leia's been training the whole time. She's killing it, man. She's chopping rocks in half and doing flips. She's good. Yoda gave her a purple lightsaber.
Nice.
But he's like, "You can't have this. You got to go get your own crystal. So go get the crystal. Just put it in this same lightsaber. That's fine." So as she goes, Darth Vader walks up. So, they shoot some lightning at each other or whatever for a bit. And then Yoda goes into his mind. And in this in Vader's mindscape, he fights the ghost of Obi-Wan, the ghost of Mace Windu, the ghost of Qui-Gon. And they're chipping away at his armor. And it's revealed young Anakin Skywalker underneath. Just to be clear, he's still horribly scarred. This is a metaphor. It's a metaphor, Mason. It's a visual metaphor.
So is it a metaphor?
I don't know. So Vader's just reduced to like...
riding so high on prequelitis.
You better believe it. Well, you're going to love this then.
Oh, no.
So Vader's reduced to just a cape. The cape comes off. Is
he a little boy?
It's a little boy.
Does he
Anakin
become a little boy?
Skywalker. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm so afraid." And Yoda's like, "Don't be afraid. Everything's cool." And then he's like, "I'm going to kill you." And he's got like the devil eyes. His eyes turn black and he goes to choke Yoda. So he
Did young Anakin Skywalker ever have the devil eyes?
I don't know, man. It's a metaphor.
All right.
So then he's back in the real world. He cuts Yoda's arm off. And then Leia comes back and she's like, "No, you cut off Yoda's arm." Yoda's not dead yet, Mason. He does die. Spoiler alert.
Oh, come on.
And they're fighting and they're fairly evenly matched. And he gives his speech. "Why don't you join
the dark side?
What do you think of this?"
Yep.
We could... The galaxy menu. What do you think of all that? Anyway, just as they're fighting and he's looming over and she doesn't look like she's gonna lose, but Han Solo's suddenly there and just shoots Vader in the side of the head.
That's class. That is classic. That is absolutely classic Han Solo. He'll come in, he'll shoot a TIE fighter from a trench or whatever.
Shoot a man in the side of the head.
Yeah.
As Vader lays dying, he's all, "Oh, I'm a good person now. Everything's okay. I'm gonna go to heaven." So... You know how he does it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So he does.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, well,
There was no redemption there at all.
That's the atheist on his deathbed.
He's not sorry for being a bad bloke. He's sorry that he got caught.
He's sorry that he got shot in the head.
Shot in the head is what I meant.
That's right. So anyway, then Yoda dies. He's like, "Good job. Galaxy's still fucked, so get out."
You could get on that.
Yeah.
You could fix that.
And so Leia says, "My work's not done." And then Luke appears in smoke, in a fire, just his face.
Yep.
He contributed nothing to this comic, but he's there. The Emperor's still alive, I guess, and the comic ends. So it's unresolved. There's no continuation of this.
Nice.
That's how this story ends.
This is one of the worst Star Wars stories I've ever heard for any number of reasons. Number one right there is this is like Empire Strikes Back, where the cliffhanger will never ever be resolved.
Yeah, right. Bearing in mind though, Mason, this is a Legends story, which means it didn't happen because it's regulated to Star Wars Legends. But even within the Star Wars Legends universe, it also didn't happen.
Oh, for sure.
So-
and even in the real Star Wars universe, when they're telling stories around the campfire that maybe they happened and maybe they didn't, they're leaving this one till the end.
Well, I hope you're ready for this, Mason. We're wrapping up our Star Wars Infinity comic book trilogy.
Oh, what a delight.
You remember these? It's where they tell alternate tales of the original Star Wars trilogy.
Usually, the point that it hinges on is some really dumb thing Luke Skywalker does.
Yes.
He just falls over and cracks his head on a sink or something, and then he dies. And then it's like, what would the world be like if he was dead?
But yeah, this one's not so much that. It's a little bit different.
Ooh.
Let me bloody get into it, Mason.
I'm ready.
So it kicks off the same as Return of the Jedi. A bunch of the Return of the Jedi stuff happens.
He's got a thermal detonator.
And that's exactly where we're at.
What?
So Princess Leia goes in and she's in disguise and she's negotiating with Jabba the Hutt. But this time, do you remember the bit where Jabba the Hutt accidentally hits C-3PO in the face?
Yes.
This time he slips over and his head comes off. So he can't translate. So
Oh, I thought you meant Jabba the Hutt.
No, he's fine. He can't slip over. He's already mostly over.
Okay. Is C-3PO's translating ability contingent on his head being attached to his body?
Well, I think because it kind of rolls under a table.
Okay, right.
So they're trying to negotiate, and Jabba the Hutt's like, just kill this person because I can't understand this anymore.
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, no, wait. She takes her mask off. It's me, Princess Leia. The jig is up. Heads up, I still have a thermal detonator.
Yeah, right.
Right? But she gets shot in the shoulder. She drops it. So she takes that opportunity to grab the Han Solo carbonite block.
Yeah, right.
And go for the door. But Boba Fett gets hold of it. And then the thermal detonator goes off. It kills everybody in the palace, including C-3PO. They barely reflect on it.
Why would you?
Why would you? And Boba
Just get another one.
That's right, just get another one. You can build them in your backyard or whatever.
They come as a kit.
They come as a kit. But Boba Fett gets away with Han Solo. Then they find Luke. You know, he's hanging out because he's waiting to
So
go
Leia's
in.
dead. That was...
No, Leia's alive.
Okay.
She gets away. Lando gets away. Chewie gets away.
Well, when you said everyone's dead, most people seem to have
like
gone...
all Jabba's palace, all his goons, all
Who
his funny little
cares?
friends. Yeah, exactly. So they find
Oh
Luke.
no, Tatooine's most beloved pornographer's dead. Look out.
So they find Luke and he's all, I was going to run in and kill everybody, but you've already killed everybody.
You've handily done that, yeah.
Yeah.
Much more efficiently than I would have.
That's true, yeah. But so Luke's then supposed to go and see Yoda, but instead he's asking around for Boba Fett. And then it cuts to Dagobah and Yoda's there and he's dying and he's like, Luke's supposed to be here because we were going to do Return of the Jedi.
This is just typical of him. What a son of a bitch.
So he dies.
Oh.
But it doesn't really matter because Luke goes to Dagobah and he just talks to his ghost.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good point,
That's
isn't
the
it?
thing that happens. So Luke says, is Darth Vader really my father? And Yoda's like, yeah, look, he was probably going to tell you that. And he
for
did,
sure.
obviously. Also, Princess Leia's your sister. Swap, bye! And then he just disappears. So the Emperor realizes that Yoda is dead. He feels it in the Force. So he sends Darth Vader in a Star Destroyer to Dagobah. And as he gets there, he intercepts Luke Skywalker's X-Wing as he's leaving. Luke sends out a signal to the rebellion, but he gets captured. And he's then to be delivered to the Death Star, and on the way, Vader's all, Vader does the, why don't you join me? And Luke's like, fuck, no.
Wow.
He does that again.
This parallel universe is rude.
It's very rude.
This is like the Star Trek mirror universe. It's more or less the same, except everybody's real rude.
So Boba Fett's delivering Han Solo to the Empire on Endor.
Yep.
Remember that little platformy landing platform?
Love a little platform,
he's on
yeah.
there. But Leia gets the drop on him with a sniper rifle. Lando flies in with the Millennium Falcon. He's killing it. And Boba Fett gets on top of the Millennium Falcon to plant a bomb, but he slips off and the bomb explodes and he falls
That
to
is
his death.
classic Boba Fett, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
It's good to know that even in these grim, dark parallel universes where things didn't work out, it's good to have one constant.
Yeah,
and I guess that constant is Boba Fett is a terrible bounty hunter.
So the medical officer, I think it is anyway, from the rebellion takes a look at the carbonite block with Han Solo's in it. They've got it back and he's gone, yeah, did someone shoot this? This is bad. Listen, he's going to be permanently blind. So, that carbonation sickness and he's blind, he's just going to have that forever. Anyway, asks the droid about it, and he just leaves.
All right.
I don't even know if he was the medical officer.
Yeah.
Because all he does is just press the button, defrost him, and then just bail. So Luke's message comes through. It's a hologram or whatever, and he's telling Leia that, hey, we're brother and sister. Also, Darth Vader's our father. Stay away from the Emperor and Darth Vader because they're real mean. They're real bad news. And this message is played in front of the rebellion, like, war chamber.
And everybody in there's like, but didn't they kiss? Like, you know, they're brother and sister, though. This is big news. But I definitely saw him. I heard about that. I heard he was bragging about it. He was like, we totally kissed.
Anyway, so Leia says that, well, Luke's on the Death Star, so let's go to where the Emperor and Darth Vader is and rescue him. And everyone's like, absolutely not. That's the opposite of what was just said.
Remember that last Death Star? The only time we defeated the other Death Star because Luke Skywalker was there. But he's not. He's in it.
He's there, but he's not going to be too helpful. So Leia steals Slave One, Boba Fett's ship, to go to the Death Star. There's quite a good moment where they can't get inside it because it's locked up. So Chewbacca just throws Boba Fett's corpse in, and everything just lights up. It's great.
Yeah.
Blind Han Solo's got a bandage around his eyes, but he's like, I'm still Han Solo. I'm still the coolest man in the universe. He won't go down without a fight, Mason.
Absolutely not.
So they follow with the Millennium Falcon, and also the whole Rebel fleet goes along with them.
If anything, the bandana makes him cooler.
Yeah, it's way cooler. So anyway, the Rebel fleet flies in after Leia. It's a trap. It's a trap again. I'm assuming it's a trap in all parallel dimensions.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's always a trap. It's a trap! So Leia then, she comes out of Slave One. She's firing guns. She gets immediately stunned because there's stormtroopers there.
Oh, yeah.
But down on Endor, a guy suicide bombs the shield generator. It's 50% down. They're like, great, we're going to go in for the kill so that the shield will be down on the Death Star and then sweet as. But as they're about to do that, the Ewoks attack, but they attack the rebellion because...
Incredible.
There wasn't the moment where Princess Leia befriends one.
Oh, that's
true. And then
true.
they're going to eat him and then C-3PO's magic and then
What a twist.
What a twist. Yeah. The Emperor's then goading Luke into fighting Darth Vader. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Do it. And then he eventually manages to do that because Leia gets dragged in and looks like... Come on. I sent the message and everything. The Emperor says to Darth Vader, hey, kill Princess Leia. And so that's when Luke starts fighting back. And Darth Vader kicks him in the face. Which I've never seen him do that. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I've never seen him raise his leg above, like, walking height.
No. The Emperor... does the last, hey, Luke, you got to join me or whatever. And Luke's like...
He's done this in a lot of parallel dimensions.
Boy, has he.
He seems a little tired of the whole affair, if I'm honest.
So Vader's going to kill them, then Luke says, but you'd be killing both of your kids. Be cool for once in your life.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but Vader's all, look, I've been doing this.
Uh-huh.
I'm presuming he's motioning to himself, for a really long time now, so I'm probably just going to keep doing this.
Yeah, right.
There's no real coming back from that. In the meantime, Han Solo takes the gunnery seat in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, yes.
And Lando flies it directly over the shield generator and he just shoots it.
Cool.
That's Han Solo's heroic moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Do you think he just wanted to be like, I'll give him this one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's the equivalent of getting a little kid to have like that fake steering wheel.
Yes.
You're driving. Oh,
you're doing such a good job.
Driving, mate.
So Wedge Antilles, you remember him?
I remember
He
Wedge.
flies into the Death Star. He hits the main bit, the big bit. You know the bit you gotta hit?
Yeah, the bit you gotta hit.
He hits that. Luke and Vader are, meanwhile, they're still fighting. The Death Star's rumbling about. Luke takes off his arm, not like at the wrist.
Luke doesn't take off his own arm.
No, he doesn't.
Hey guys, check this out.
He doesn't want to fight anymore. Luke's like, I don't want to fight anymore. And Vader realizes that, look, he's spent 25 years, probably more, being a terrible bloke.
And a terrible dad.
And a terrible dad, exactly. So he goes to the hangar bay with them. He's like, okay, let's get out of here. They kind of look around for the Emperor, and it's not really made clear, but he just ran off. You don't really see it happen.
Yeah, you don't see the Emperor, but you do see like a really stooped over pale janitor. Yeah. Just putting a big old wide brim cap on and just walking off into the like a service closet or whatever.
So when they get to the where all the ships are, the Millennium Falcon's waiting there, Lando's waiting there, and he's like, "Do we have to take Darth Vader?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's cool now."
Yeah, right.
Don't even think about it. Just get him on board. So the Death Star explodes. Everyone's happy, I guess. Han Solo gets a weird, like, Cyclops visor.
Nice.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of that. And they know the Emperor's still out there, and they're all determined to find him. And now they're going to have a little help Mason. They're going to have a little help from Darth Vader. but he's in an all-white Darth Vader costume.
So good.
Because he's good now.
He's good now.
It looks
I love
exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's still terrifying, but he's a good guy now.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
He's going to look so good when he's just slaughtered a whole bunch of Imperial troops and he's covered in blood. It's going to look so heroic and noble.
So that's it.
Yeah, wow.
That's Star Wars Infinities. We've done all 3. And in addition to that, we have a recent video that talks about the first time the Emperor returned in Star Wars. He was cloned. He came back. It's called Dark Empire. I'll link it at the end and below if you do want to check it out.
It's cool and fun. It's got cool animations.
Yeah,
It's
I really like the art style. And we have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows every Monday. Anyways, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Absolutely we do. Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.